Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the ESL studios. If you don't know by now, this is the German Meisterschaft Grand Final. It is Alternate versus LeiSuRe, and LeiSuRe looked like poo so far. It's been a pretty average first map, and we thought they would be looking a lot better after their semi-final game, which was really good against Fab. But no, not the case, and they're up against the wall here on this second map. We don't know what Dust is going to be like for these guys.
No, and classically, as said, Germans love their dust too, so aTTaX going to be no slouches in theory on this. The knife round is live, so we can head into that as soon as. And yeah, we can just talk through this one. As said, it wasn't a great picture from LeiSuRe, and the thing I feel is that they just got individually outdone a lot of the time.
Yeah, absolutely. Light, especially. Keeve showing that he's just a little bit more ahead of the curve than Light. I mean, in some of his last games. When I watch Light playing against a team that doesn't have Keeve in it, I'm like, this guy's sick. This stuff he's doing is really good, especially online as well. He just seems to be maybe a little bit more in his comfort zone. Just going for JW-esque, audacious plays, right?
Yeah.
But Keeve is just shutting him down every single time here. It's like he just can't get going at all. Every time he's picked up an AWP, it just gets ripped from his hands. And it got to the point where he gave it to MNL, said, yo, bro, we're probably going to lose here. Just take the freaking off. I can't do it.
And now he's getting killed in spawn by Keeve.
Yep. Just get in their heads. Get in their heads, boys. That's all you have to do.
See this thing, and I hate to harp on about the inexperienced player line, quote unquote, but it is true that if you have a really bad map on the first one, it does take experienced teams to be able to reset. Especially as someone who's known for those like aggressive plays, you start feeling bad, you feel guilty. Like hell, Kenny S crying after the grand finals, obviously a bigger setting by a large margin. But this is how much it means to these players to, to have a good game individually, even if their team wins or loses. It's about feeling like I did as best I can. And if you can't walk away and say that, then you sit there and you get more and more frustrated, you make bad choices. And already KZY finding Vladdy right down suicide is going to make things even worse. The four-man stack, the Glock train towards B is about to come into the station, and actually does all right. Yeah,
I mean, Stefan falls very, very quickly, but Alternate, again, the same what they did on Cash. Going to play a bit of a retake here as well. Seem to be happy enough to play from the fringes for the moment, and Crispy managing to peek in and pick up Fake is a good start for them here, but Crispy's going to be challenged at close range across the doorway where Light was jumping. Sprightly lad. We've seen him do a fair bit of bunny hopping around the map in amongst his play, but good movement may not be enough here if Alternate can make a concentrated push, but a lot of damage actually going over towards KZY as he tries to pick the window, but Tizzy comes through. It trades out nicely. It's just Syken left. Two players, very low health. KZY is a one-shot here. Either way, he needs to land this one.
Another shot!
No! Has to reload! Oh, my lord, he gets it just in time. How many points of health? 6.
The reload just at the worst time.
When you're spamming USPs at close range, you're stressing out, right? The USP, I always like, if I see people...
Take that second, just another shot.
You really have to, you have to calm down with that USP, otherwise it's just not very rewarding to use it all. So LeiSuRe get the first round. They're going to come straight in with a P90 for MNL. It's going to be an MP9 for Vladarox, and again, we're going to see a scout on Light.
All right, Crispy, let's see those ones. Let's get it going. Again, spraying with deagles don't work, buddy. Like, you can hit the first shot, and if you crouch on the second, mechanically it is more accurate.
Or aim punch, bros.
Yeah. Ain't it fun? And actually, Light's having a really good round. That's 2 people through the doorway. As weird as he always saw them crossing first and then hit the shots. That's pretty decent for him. Tizian and KZY, the last 2 alive, and they haven't managed to do a single point of damage so far to the T's. Now they make a little bit of an impact, but all for nothing.
Well, okay. LeiSuRe looking a little bit stronger here in the early moments, but this was the same on Cash until the gun round came around, then Alternate just started slamming it in. So this is important. Vladarox getting 3 kills with the MP7 in this round is also important as well. Make some of that dough.
Oh, he's up to 5.1k. That's pretty good earnings so far for him. Having a good start here. Bloody, again, another big player who had an individual performance that was quite impressive. Hitting that B site, he was really, really integral on Cash, especially on their first semi-final game. So hopefully for these guys, these are the right players to start waking up. Syken as well. All these guys who had bigger performances need to get going here. So this is what I'm looking at. You have the flash in on long here. Keep the boys waiting on that one to go. As soon as they see some info, flash comes out, and there's a challenge. It catches them so well. Look at that play. It's cost them so many players. And no one's looking at Keeve. Hello? Oh. Finally, they pick him up.
MNL rescued that with the P90 spray down.
Just.
Problem is now, the rest of the guns on Alternate
boost to sight.
Not good. Yeah, I don't know how this is going to work out. I mean, it was a fairly standard setup for Alternate there as well. You often see that Keeve and Tizian combo up on the corner of long. Sometimes Tizian goes a bit deeper in towards Pip, but he wanted to stay there with Keeve in that case. And, well, there's an eagle for Crispy. Nothing but a pistol for Stefan there as well, and that was a little bit close for comfort for LeiSuRe as well. Risky push and good look, great counter flash out there from Alton. You can't really fault that too much, but Kiev had a good position when no one noticed him there as well, eventually being shut down though.
Yeah, and nice work from LeiSuRe then to use the second flash. Excuse me, second smoke they had, so not overgoing it, but look at the HP here, 6 towards Vladdy. 8 on MNL, and I think Stefan knows these guys are damn low. Let's see what he can get here. The USP, this is a one-shot between all of them, and MNL is the saving grace of this round from start to finish. 4 kills for him, closed out in the end by Vladdy there, and they keep the economy looking pleasant enough for them, but that was dangerously close.
Yep, you can see as aTTaX made that first challenge towards the bomb site, I just saw LeiSuRe's health bars go really, really low. But if you only have a USP, again, you still have to deal with things like aim punch and stuff like that. Super hard situation to be in. Unfortunately, it wasn't going to be enough. So now gun round comes in. Kiev versus Light, the El Clasico of this tournament at very least. Kiev, though, we know, doesn't really go mid-doors on this map. He actually likes to work long with Tizian and KZY. And now, having left KZY back normally indicates that Kiev wants to work mid a bit more, because normally it might be KZY to watch in CT for like a mid to B or something like that. So with Kiev on short, KZY can push up. And LeiSuRe sticking together for the most part here, and MNL playing super passively over towards B as well, not even poking his head in towards those tunnels.
Yeah, just maybe hoping that there was a little bit of that CT aggression. Really good weapon choice to be waiting for this as well, of course. You could just spray in. If he dies, he dies. It's not the end of the world. Still sitting on 5.8k, so he can always reinvest next round. But that's merely just kind of a fallback plan if it actually happens, especially when you start showing yourself. And then he can just sit there and watch the rotate in mid. That's what his end goal will be. Just to sit probably, or maybe pressure short if he wants to. But here comes the play, and sitting in here waiting ever so patiently will be Tizian. He's been left alone, whiffs the first shot, can't recover, and gets punished.
That was not patient. That's the problem. Like he made himself known. I think as soon as he saw the first player from LeiSuRe poke out, he was already firing from that pit and strafing back and forth. You know, it's such patience from LeiSuRe as well to decide when to push long. I don't know, so I think Tizian pulled the trigger a little bit too early. But now here comes the push anyway. Syken gets on towards KZY, I think it was, and yes. Smoke in the way. Crispy and Stefan have to wait. Maybe a boost up. This could be useful here. Nice work by Crispy. Finds the head there of Syken.
Yeah, but here comes that slow flank coming around, and, well, there it was. Keith says a big no. And now 2v3, here we go. This is the big part. Can they make it work? They see where that molly comes from. It's a choice of do we go for it. Faker's played so well on that side by staying relatively hidden, and Keith just can't hit the shot. It felt close at the time, and Stefan desperately trying to pick up that AWP and back the heck away. And I think he'll be able to do so. Faker might make a challenge on this. Stefan, you should be hitting shots like that. But still, he'll make it away. Keep that to hand. And a well-played round by LeiSuRe, even though he got very close there.
Yeah, I mean, like, you'd almost have rather to have Stefan boost up there, but he was so low in the first place that Keith had to go over, right? So he needs to get up, he needs to spot the enemy, and he needs to scope in and take the shot. Much harder than is, I guess, if you had an M4. I mean, in an ideal world, maybe they just trade weapons and boost up the M4 player. I'm not really sure either way. Stefan was too low, had to be done that way, but at least he keeps the AWP. And again, Keith is going to be happy to leave that in Stefan. He peeks mid, sees the shoulder of Light there as well. I'm not gonna lie, he's probably played this one out quite a few times before.
Okay, so Stefan got away scot-free. He actually didn't get seen crossing there because Light was readjusting a little deeper. And this is all a B stack. This is very much a mid to B stack, sitting favorably for trades. But it does mean that you can get picked out. And actually, that was the AWP gone.
It's the AWP. Keith will go back and get it now. Oh, living dangerously, but oh my lord, Syken goes down there. Tizian manages to pick him up, and Light sees the jump, and Keith just rappelling down from God knows where will take him down. And that has been a pretty much a metaphor for the Light versus Keith matchup all night. Keith just had a little bit more style.
That was sick. That was absolutely sick. That's a BDP, and it ain't stopping. Look at this guy going. He's just leaping backward and forward. This is sick stuff. You don't get to see that every day, and whether or not they win the round, I don't care. That was just nuts. Down to 2 players who kind of left in that meat grinder effect. It's like, well, we've got no, footing towards any of the sites, Mitch. This is sick.
Oh man, just get wrecked, mate. Okay, so it's Vladarox and MNL left now. They have to split.
Do you know what?
What?
They need the bind. You peek, you lose.
Yeah, but misspelt though, right?
Oh, every word misspelt, like with U's and peak as in, mountain peak, all of that.
I like the repetition of like the double last letter. It's like Y-O-U-U. Yeah. Like the really annoying cutesy way that people try and write when they're 14. I used to use it all the time. Used to tilt people so much playing. I just put it in a bind.
All right, this is nice though. MNL's played this really smartly, coming back to the round, but timing is everything. Does have the time on the plant, so now it's down to KZY. They've recovered this round incredibly. It's still very close though. There's no armor on KZY nor any of the alternate attack guys. But this is the point, that they were never meant to win that round. They were never even meant to get close to that round. That was just like a crazy Kyiv play, right? That was all that was. They will be able to keep the AWP, I can imagine. They might get found in T-spawn, maybe at worst, but I don't know if KZY is going to go that far. But yeah, that was just sick stuff from Kyiv. But coming back to the point, Vladdy recovered it. Good work from MNL going all the way around towards B to get that final shot. And it felt like alternate attacks had already counted their chickens before they'd hatched. So yeah, KZY should be able to stay alive here.
Yeah, I didn't even know. I think Ultimate were at one point like, how are we ahead here? Not sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was, what, at least a 2v3, if not even more than that. Maybe a 2v4. I'm not sure how the kills went. Either way, LeiSuRe have the bank. They have the round win as well. Ultimate can still buy up here as well, as that round loss bonus is starting to burgeon. Kyiv at least get themselves some armor, so wouldn't be complaining too much about that as well. Good to see him with an AWP back in his hands. Will he peek mid to try and take on Light? He will. I think this man's pretty confident in that 1 versus 1 sort of matchup. But Light, this is what a bar of it, mate. He heads straight over towards Longhouse.
Yeah, and while this happens, Kyiv still trying to be ever present towards mid. Look at the, excuse me, massive focus going in for long from LeiSuRe. These guys are hammering long like champions, and they will need to address this soon. Alternate, they need to put presence there that isn't just KZY. You know, they need more players, and look at this, again, making it towards the site. This is getting a little bit worrying. They either play retake or they don't. They're kind of sitting in between, and it's just not good enough. Vladdy finds Kyiv, and now with 3 players remaining, the CT side is in actual trouble. The molly just kept his in away slightly, and also the one that he put out, though, did stop them pushing towards the site.
Yeah. Yep. His molly was fantastic. Stopped anyone getting close. I think it was actually a flash thrown by Crisby in lower as well. That really helped him get that kill. But now MNL actually coming from a bit of a flank. 2 quick kills. And Stefan is all on his lonesome now as well, hoping to actually get a look at MNL. But MNL knows that there's someone down in there towards CT. The grenade won't find Stefan, but so many angles to cover. And Faker will put him to bed. LeiSuRe looking very good here, 6-0. It's a maxed out round loss bonus for alternate attacks. And LeiSuRe are just looking very strong in his T side, despite a couple moments where we've seen individual play like Kyiv and Tizzy, and I guess perhaps pull something out of the hat. Yeah. This is a bit different.
Well, I've got to give credit to MNL, a player who kind of goes under the radar a little bit here, because his lurk has been so vital. The one after that Kyiv moment, he recovered. The last round, he recovered by playing up short. Again, though, look at this flash on long. This might make a good bit of difference. Again, though, Vladdy! This guy, doesn't matter if he's flashed or not. These flashes are so constant. They put so much strain towards long, and they're walking at the wrong times. LeiSuRe, just as they come out of the flash, they get the shot, they reset. Rinse and repeat, you get your 2 kills. That was poor, actually, from Alternate as well.
Kyiv, every round, he's like, bros, I killed Light. What's the problem? I think that was even through smoke there as well. Syken went down to Kyiv as he made the shot towards long. Can't count Alternate out when that man's still got the AWP. MNL managed to recover Light's AWP as well. Looks like it might be a mid to B adaptation now as well. LeiSuRe have a lot of utility to make this one work. They've got 2 smokes here as well, so maybe, yeah, push Faker in. Problem is, I don't know I'd rather want your bomb carrier doubling up on the push through mid. I'd rather you split it 2 and 1, but they're all going into lower dark. Stefan may be caught here. We'll see a couple players in the angle. The off angle, MNL, yes, will catch him with the AWP. Now making that gun work. They rush that on towards the site. They still have 2 smokes, so they can throw one in the doorway, and they should at least allow Vladarox to plant this.
Yeah, smokes go down. Looked like it might clip the heels, but it doesn't, so they get the bomb down scot-free.
They're both through smokes there as well. I don't know if they needed to use them both at the same time, but could have saved it for an afterplant, little hidey hole, but that's fine. Kyiv gets wrecked by MNL, trying to make something happen there. Did he catch him there from tunnels, and now Crispy going to make his way through towards the window. But MNL can get safe. He's got an AWP. The bomb's planted in a perfect spot for him, and Crispy, oh, it's looking dire.
Yup. Just, yup.
It's like you stabbing that watermelon this morning.
Feels so long ago now, Mitch. What time is it? Just out of curiosity. Oh, it's got midnight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I'm just literally going to listen to that in a very dark room tonight, all alone.
Solid day, isn't it? I mean, I think the guys at PGL had a longer day with the 1v1s. That was super long.
Yeah.
8 hours is alright though.
Yeah, I think our content is a little more focused on the game than theirs is. But then again, 1v1s, you know, how much can you do, man?
Yeah, no, that's super hard. I spoke to Nato, like, bro, like,
how?
I hope you got paid well for that, because, man, to hype that up is just something else.
Yeah, it's not easy to...
Like, they're asking, should we do it in a Western accent or a pirate accent, like Yoda accent? Good watch, though.
Yeah, it was. It was actually really good fun to watch. I enjoyed that. Can never go wrong with the friendly shipping of Henry and Matt. Always a delight.
Did you see the Fragbot interview that
Yes.
Matt did of Henry? That was great. I
Lovely.
loved the bit where he asked about his favourite toilet stalls. That was...
I think it's a vital question.
Yeah, it is important. You need to ask these things.
Mitch, should I ask you that question?
No.
No.
But,
Okay.
no, you haven't yet. Definitely a question that should be asked at some point.
At some point, but not
The
right
one at
now.
Boogaloo is quite nice. There's one at Fouchbar is... Okay.
Fouchbar scares me, though, because there's literally no mirror in Fouchbar. It
No,
just says someone's written on the wall
because-
saying, you look fine in the girls' bathroom.
Yeah.
Why do you know that?
I don't know that.
Oh.
So, yeah, I mean, it is quite scary.
Okay, you just agreed.
There's none on the men's either, which is a bit weird. Oh, wait, is there? No. I don't know. Yeah, it's because you know you look terrible by the time you get to that bar.
Yep.
And they just don't want you to look at yourself because you know you'd run for the
Shame.
hill straight away.
Yeah.
Anyway, Keith up on that side, misses the first shot. He's going to get pressure there from CT. Sicken's going to fight him, and now Tizian has to recover this one at least and try and slow things up. But M&L is going to be there to catch him out. Tizian and people on both sides, I guess, and that is a clean plant. LeiSuRe really putting on a show here, a clinic of T-sided dust, should I say. We all say that the German sides know dust too. Well, LeiSuRe really know how to play it.
Well, LeiSuRe know how to take long like champions, and that's literally all they're doing, and it's working out so well.
You do want to be able to take long like a champ, though.
Jesus Christ.
That is important. Otherwise, what's the point? Faker in second, clean it up. As do LeiSuRe. And yeah, you can see the money. Pretty darn good for LeiSuRe at the moment. And it is a pause here as well. aTTaX, of course, still being maxed on the round loss bonus. They're on that CT side, so obviously can't get extra money from plants. It's still not good amounts of money necessarily.
Yeah.
It's kind of crap, really, but again, it's the best you can get when you're not winning these rounds. 8 in a row to LeiSuRe.
Yeah, it's kind of insane.
Hello, Map 3, my old friend.
Hello, late night, my old friend. Yeah. Do we know what this pause is for? I assume it's tactical?
It's tac pause. No, they're playing ads, Lauren. No, this was a player-imposed pause, I believe.
Okay. Oh, I think I'm getting a headache. This is going to be real grim if this goes to third map, which I think it is. Oh, man. Oh, lordy. It's going to be one of those days, isn't it, Mitch?
It already has been, Lauren.
Yep.
Yeah,
I've
so
got my bag
was
next to me.
it was an alternate tac pause.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can't blame on that. When you're 8-0 down, yeah, it's definitely worthwhile. You can hear my bag opening. I'm just grabbing some...
Prescription.
Yep.
Totally above board.
Yep.
I think I'm going to stand up, Lauren.
Yeah?
How does that feel? I'm going to stand up.
You can do what you want.
Thanks, man.
I'm looking through my bag right now, so... Yeah, I think this discussion is how do we deal with this long presence, pretty much. They could try and do the... excuse me, I'm just stepping my bag back up. They could try and do the play through the B tunnels, so get themselves through B tunnels, find out the information, okay, they're not here, sit pretty deep in possibly CT and just play maybe retake on A. There's a lot of different options you can go through, but none of them are, feel particularly attractive to Alternate right now because they didn't just naturally try them, so it does need to be that timeout discussion. And obviously with that very broken economy, how do you then address that? Because you can't keep flashing out long, especially when you don't have the money to do so. Yeah,
and the thing is as well, the long presence or the holdover towards A was just like the bread and butter of Alternate in their earlier series against Penta, right? They did it every single time. They'd have Tizian push all the way forward. He'd either accompany Key for the first flash out or the first peak and then stay or go to pit or just drop back. And, they'd rotate through with KZY. Maybe he wanted to go in towards CT and watch the mid to B. I haven't seen a mid to B yet from Alternate, I don't think, really, or anything that might resemble something similar. So... splitting these sites a bit more effectively might help them. I see a lot of pouring out on towards long via long house, not so much confidence in going towards short. I think we did see one round where we did see Alternate, put in a position where they had to defend against a split from LeiSuRe, but we haven't seen that. So for Alternate, it's just a matter of finding a rhythm and holding on here on the CT side. It's just not been pretty.
So they've gone for the double stack on short. So 2 players pushed up there. And this is looking like, oh, actually, excuse me, almost, is that 3 players up there? Yeah, so 3 players on short. So yeah, they're going to give up A, basically. And this is the problem, though. If LeiSuRe go, well, they've got to be addressing that long issue, right? Because that's been a really clear problem. How do we just throw that out? How do we make them pretty much think that's a wasted way of doing it? Or you hit somewhere else, right? You do that mid to B finally. You play up short. You do whatever you need to do just to kind of throw this round into some sort of distress. And it looks like they're doing that, but they are actually going to go back towards long eventually. So maybe, let's see what Alternative come up with here, because this could be the first test of it.
Not sure how MNL took damage there at all when there's no one along. Weird. Nonetheless, maybe a failed nade or something similar. He heads back towards top mid anyway. And yeah, this alternate presence is quite spooky, I think, for LeiSuRe. Like, why is there no one here? No one pit, no one long. Are they stacking a site? Have they saved this round? Do they want to go for a big proper buy next round? All these things are running through your head right now. Are they all on A with pistols or some disgusting tech here, you know, in the corners, or what?
Look, they're doing it differently as well. They are going to go for the challenge on short. This could be absolutely infuriating for Alternate, but no, it's not. It's a spray down, and it's a good one for them. Finally, they gain control here. And guess who's left alive? The man who actually went long.
Yeah, Faker. Well, yeah, no alternate presence there as well, so it's reasonable to expect him to make so much progress up here now as well. KZY going to be in the corner. So how about that one, mate? Faker not checking that one, of course. Running out of time. You saw the timer was running low anyway there as well. So LeiSuRe getting cut down there. Alternate, well-timed attack pause. They can buy off that one. They get an ult for Kiev as well. But still, it's a huge buffer. A lot of money for LeiSuRe. They're throwing it around. Let's see now if Alternate can actually start to build up some rounds, or they're just going to get reset.
Yeah, that's a very good point. If they do get reset, it's such a terrible position. They've actually changed up again, so they're going back into a 3-stack towards long. Lovely little vert flash coming out from Tizian there. Does catch out one, so they do take down Vladdy, so...
So Molly isolated him inside long.
Actually really nice, yeah. So the combination worked perfectly this time. The timing on the flashes and the Molly paid off.
And with that player having been caught, Vladirox, of course, the rest of LeiSuRe are sat inside Longhouse. Something Alternate may not be aware of there, but there was an initial peek, and KZY is able to shut down Syke. And Kiev backing up actually knows that Light is in residence here at Longhouse as well. Needs to be aware of that. Doesn't want to be caught somewhere in between Goose and Pit, I guess. Kind of wants to have some cover if he does need it, if there is a push. Tizian, cheeky little bounce over the little stone wall there. Going to get a good sight on towards Light up in the corner. So he's just getting information, just telling his team there's still 2 players here. I've got them held. He may well fall, but Kiev's going to be there for the refrag one way or another. Smoke does plume up. Attempts to isolate Tizian here. The man can hold his own, as you can see. Bomb goes loose.
Yeah, and finally a little bit of a break in this play. He almost needed that play up short to come quicker from MNL. Wasn't fast enough. Kiev didn't get that pressure, but now Light does find him, so put him between a rock and a hard place. There's still no Tizian's here, but as you said, Tizian holding his own. That's the playmaker. MNL has to go incredibly clutch. He's got the first in the long road, but it's Tizian to really provide the goods in that round, and him getting there, the support provided allowed him to create those plays.
Huge value on him in that round. I mean, not only is he part of that first strategy, they throw the Molotov after Vladirox has already pushed out. It's kind of like the strat on Case when you throw down the smokes and isolate a player that may have pushed too far forward. Same idea, you make it so they can't get back to the safety of their team. Tizian got that one, then he held in Pit. 2 separate players pushed him, then he picked up the fallen AWP and cleaned up the round on towards MNL. Sick play from him, really. Alternate need that going forward.
And again, there's that Molly flash combo. I'm surprised they didn't just use that earlier, because it's actually really impressive, and you can see the money being worked down by LeiSuRe eventually, as they're down to pretty much not too much here, and it looks like they're finally going to test that mid to B, but then you have to take on people like Stefan, like Crisby, and Crisby had a great game last map, so maybe a bit of a tough task to get on, but there's those mid to B smokes, and it looks like the play is about to come in.
Yeah, they're going to be pressing up here as well. KZY not really in a position to help at all. That smoke is there, but he actually might have got one through the smoke. I'm not sure. Faker able to trade out, but Stefan, well, no buts about it, really. Just straight out the window, gets 2, and it is MNL now. And LeiSuRe starting to get slowed down a lot. Their money be dwindling as well, and MNL's got a heck of a lot on his plate, including the fact that the bomb is on B ramp. It's a long way away. Tizian and Kiev will be watching it.
Yeah, really nice crossfire. The flashes that were put in just as they started to make the play up, LeiSuRe blinded a couple of them. You know, some of them went anti-flash almost, or you turned away from the flash. And that's when you saw people like Crisby, Stefan finding these peaks. You saw Kiev coming out. You know, it started to really mount the pressure on them. There was no real presence from the T's going through B tunnels, and we've got another pause.
Attack pause coming out from LeiSuRe. They had such a good run of rounds.
Oh,
and now,
here we go.
Well, the money's crap. They probably
Yeah.
could probably save on this one, or you could force something, but really at this stage, Alternate seems to be throwing up a much better wall against LeiSuRe right now. They've been pretty much completely shut down the last 3 rounds, actually, all of them. You know, from Tizian just holding like an absolute boss there into Pit to, I mean, LeiSuRe being cut down as they tried to make the mid to B, of course. KZY was there, but more importantly, I think it was Stefan just coming out of B and mowing him on down.
Yeah. So LeiSuRe needs to go back to the drawing board. How much depth do they have on this map? Because we saw one thing that worked, which was that long play. Now, that flash molly combo, you know, throwing Kiev to the mix every now and then, pretty tough to handle. They tried a mid to B then. Didn't go so well, right? The timing on the flashes again, it was just that lockdown. So, where do LeiSuRe now go? This is what I want to see. You know, the next round's a bit of a throwaway. They can continue to talk through it. Honestly, okay, guys, I'm going to be real with you. I came back from Berlin, this morning? I left my hotel at 7 a.m. So, and I flew straight over. And the other show ended at midnight, so I had like 4 hours sleep max. Because it was at the damn Battlefield launch, which was good. But, you know, minimal sleep, plus a lot of shows, equates to dribbly words.
Yep.
Yeah, you feeling the dribbly words right now?
Absolutely, Lauren.
Alrighty, so dribbly words, certainly at the forefront. Let's get back into this, because LeiSuRe have talked things over, they've mulled things over. And I think we're going to see the rush B no stop, fake out the plant towards A if you can get it.
Yeah, well, a lot of damage being taken already. LeiSuRe probably have to accept the fact that there's no way they're going to win this round, really. Stefan and Crispy are up on that B side. And they're going to be able to work the way down. Syken, though, okay, wants to sneak a quick plant here as well. But KZY, yeah, not so easy, my friend. Bomb set loose and Light set free.
Set you free. There was a song like that from like 90s house. I think it was just called Set You Free. Was it Entrance? Don't know. Don't worry. Was it Nash? No. So the point being...
Oh, was it Nash?
Point being... Now this is where we need to see what LeiSuRe have come up with. This is the big round. This is the one that matters. It looks like just try long again. Or just like go right in for the challenge. And that's not gone too well already. KZY just dissembles them one by one. 3 kills back to back now. That is long under control again. And anything you had cooking up in your little theory crafting session during that pause has just been trashed.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and conversely, Alternate, having taken that first pause, have just managed to find a magic formula. Something is just working for them. In fact, a lot of things are, especially KZY in these last few moments there with 3 kills. Individually, they're stepping up. They're realizing the magnitude of what they're doing and where they are. And they know it's time to hit the red button and just go, go, go. Syken now as well managed to at least scavenge the AWP. He's just going to step back now and just hold on to that for the moment. But this is great. Alternate are on the trajectory for a 7-8 half, which would just be fantastic considering where they started. Yeah. Syken, though, going to be pressured here by all and sundry. And
yeah, if they actually come back with that scoreline, that's very impressive. I think it doesn't take much away from LeiSuRe because their performance, while it lasted, was very good. But I'm worried that they wouldn't have more depth upon it, which is going to be the next big thing for me. And their money... They can buy, but it's just not a pretty buy, you know? It's not the one that you want to be writing home about. It's not the one that you want to...
Hey, Mum, I bought 4 AKs and an AWP today.
My mum cares about what I do, I promise. She's going to be at the finals in London.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, terrified. Absolutely terrified.
That's great, mate.
Yeah.
Great.
I need to stop making weird noises. All right, so this looks like a kind of classic mid to B with that much presence there, but... You got the one player kind of lurking it out on long. Who is that? MNL. Okay, so he just needs to be the linchpin, like that Edward roll. Possibly they could go up short, just get that cat control. But again, LeiSuRe looking for variety here, and hopefully for them it starts to work out. Yeah,
they're going to go for this one here. Kiev, the first shot, very important there as well. He gets that one, flashed out, gets the second through. Still majority flash, and he'll probably look for another one here as well. He's going to be pressured. He's just going to get it. He's going to make it happen. Kiev gets the shutdown, and the pistol coming out as well, just for style points at the end. Fake a falling foul of that one, and this is a comeback and a half. 6 rounds in a row for Alternate aTTaX, and LeiSuRe starting to shake in their boots.
What a nuts play. And look how convincingly they've been winning. It started off a little bit shaky. You know, they're like, okay, we've finally done it, guys. And then it's like, hey, guys, remember how, you know, we've just been smashing you for the last 6 rounds? How's that feel? And we've got the Julies for KZY. He's gone for the full pistolas here. Last round, of course, in the first half, so why not? You might as well. Treat yourself.
Treat yourself. Spend some money. We've got a couple of Zeus as well, so.
And on the other side of things, sadly, as the money's not good, we've got a Tech 9 and a Scout, but we saw some good things with Scouts earlier, so there may be some redeeming factors yet, but that's not a great start.
I don't think there's much slowing Alternate down right now. They are looking pretty darn scary. Syken already losing a lot of health, essentially being a core player on the team right now, as being one of them with an AK in hand. He should even give that to Vladirox if he could. But he's busy with MNL trying to create something here at short, which is what Kiev is looking towards as well. And yeah, how do you answer this? I mean, do you try and pop flash Kiev, run into CT, make it mid to B? No, you just try and pop flash him and try and challenge him out there as well with the Scouts. All right. MNL does take the hit though. Kiev also quite low. But Kiev, come on, man, really. Through the flash, gets the pistol shot as well. MNL was going to fall down, and now, well, at least LeiSuRe should know that he's a little bit low, but they're not willing to take their chances now. They're grouping up as 3, going to go through mid. No smoke for a mid to be, so I don't really know what the plan is. Crispy with the classic flash out, going to get it done, finish the half. Stefan gets 2, and well then, Alternate have woken the heck up. And LeiSuRe, no rounds in the last 7.
What is that? It's
pretty intense, man.
Yep.
No break, by the way, guys. No ad break.
Match is paused.
Oh, guess what? Okay. Cool. Cool. Okay, so we're going to have another ad break. I think another pause. Follow Kiev, by the way. Apparently he wants us to... Oh, you got chat off. How clever. That's very clever of you. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, yes, we're going to go to a break as well. You can see that. Just a small one. When we return... Oh, it's getting hot up in here as well. It's a second map, and you got to get up there.
I just sit up.
Let me do my closing thing. Right? Come on. Second map, and of course now it's starting to heat up. It was 7-8 at half-time, and Alternate have found their footing yet again. Let's see if they can carry it through. Will they make it a quick, clean sweep, 2-0, or will LeiSuRe go through to the final? Let's wait and see. One more map could be still in this one, guys. Still the second half of the second to go. See you soon. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So glad that you could join us here for this second half of this second map, this best of 3 final. It is 8-7, currently in favour of LeiSuRe, but I tell you what, the last 7 rounds definitely were not. Huge comeback from Alternate there to bring it back from an 8-0 deficit, and we have a game on our hands, Lauren.
Yeah, and it is underway. LeiSuRe are now on the CT side, and we are getting treated. Some sexy CS, it seems, as LeiSuRe already hitting those one-taps.
I'll tell you what.
Don't even say it.
They don't talk about the one-taps anymore.
Yeah, no.
Not talked about a thing.
No.
So Vladirock's there as well. Actually, he was doing quite nice, just picking those heads off like cherries off a tree, and Crazy Wires will swing and a fall. So after that intense last few rounds, LeiSuRe have been able to stabilise with the half-time break, the extended half-time break, of course. And they've had a chance to think things over. It is just a pistol as well, but still, they need it. This is what they are going to use to get some breathing room ahead of Alternate. I'd love to see what Alternate are going to bring on this T side. Their CT was good after they figured out what the heck was going on.
Yeah, it really was. But they need to get this one going pretty fast. They don't have the rounds they had before. They need to kind of be a little bit cleaner on these. So they could wait, I guess, to the gun round. I don't think they have much choice in that now, as clearly the SMGs and the rifles are in hand of the CT side. But you can see these guys sitting back, just like, all right, run the gauntlet, peek me.
Yeah, absolutely. And KZY just watching to see if that pixel changes color at any moment. We'll be pressing down on the button, but not a whole lot being gained here for Alternate and LeiSuRe. Well, generally playing it pretty safe here. They've got a couple Deagles trained on that opening there as well. So MNL without a helmet has to be careful. The only player, mind you, without a helmet. So it's a bit maybe unfortuitous to find himself in this position, but flash in. Tizian just needs one good shot, man.
One shot, one kill, no
one
luck.
opportunity.
Just skill.
That's it.
That's it. That was me and Mark Horner's.
Yeah?
I think he lived to that.
I thought you were going to go like
me.
one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted.
No, my spaghetti's fine right now.
All right. You do make a decent spag bowl, apparently.
Dude, I make an incredible spaghetti. Like, I'll make you one. I will make you a spag bowl.
I'd smash that.
Like, it's just so good. It's like, it's the Oxo Cube that makes it. Like, it's about seasoning the
bit
mince.
of bouillon, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So
I'm down with
good.
that.
Yeah, we'll make this happen. Don't worry.
Well, now it's going to be the push over on towards this A side. So Lighter will be sitting back with only a scout. He's a little bit low. These Deagles have kind of left their toll on him, and
style
Crispy is just going to finish him off now as he lazily flicks over towards that side. So the bomb going down. KZY, yeah, I mean, not ideal. Scream would be turning in his seat, but that's brilliant stuff from Tizian. He's going to shut this down. No, MNL comes blazing forward there with the P90. And now Crispy just needs one decent shot to get it done. Just needs to connect it here. P90, not ideal for MNL at this kind of range. Crispy, please hit the shot. Don't do this to me, bro. He steps back, takes this moment, and there it is, the finish. It's all about the Deagles. An alternate attack are not going to take this laying down. They're not going to let LeiSuRe have those 3 rounds and get out in front. They're going to stop this nonsense right now.
All right, we need to go to your screen very quickly just because I need to make sure that the HP is showing here.
Okay, well, we'll show the minimap, it's fine.
Yeah, that's cool.
I can't bring the minimap away, it's being a bit buggy.
All right.
G'day, welcome to my screen, ladies and gentlemen.
He has the music on by default to get hyped up. No, he wants it in his ears. That's how he gets
I enjoy me some music.
excited. But yeah, what a round. That was sick. All right, we're good. We can come back to my screen. We can get back to the action. Apologies again. I am a bad observer. All the spec client's bad. Shout out Valor. It's a lovely thing. It's a lovely thing. And yeah, they're doing a lot of damage on the CT side now. What is going on here? We're down to 3v3, Mitch.
I can't deal with this anymore. I feel like I'm being... Someone's pulling on either of my arms in either direction here. It's not going to end well either way, I can guarantee you. What is the name of Kiev's weapon there?
It's the default description. Oh. Hence why it's overly long, like it messes
that's
up
why
the system.
you can colour the text, yeah. Good on you,
Yes.
Kiev, brilliant. It's just not Arsh Cool. Or, that's the name of Crystal's Famous. There you go, I remember that. Because I butchered an awesome play by spending so much time talking about the name of his gun, and he was just wrecking people.
I do remember that. I was casting with you.
Yeah. Great moment. One of my best in my
Highlights.
career. But so Bomb goes down to A, and KZY has actually already snuck his way through B. So if there is any CT presence, which I don't think there will be, I think LeiSuRe are going from short. Yeah, so KZY is not going to see much from where he is right now. Interesting. Stefan's going to be on his own on this site for the moment. He's not going to see the players come across because the flames have obscured his view somewhat. And Vladarox takes down KZY as well. This could be a little bit dicey now. They're going to have to try and hold on as much as they can. Stefan only gets one before he gets sprayed down. And Vladarox trying to make something happen there with the scout. But no, it's going to be the USP coming in. But there's no time to defuse an alternate. Sneak another one away.
Oh, that was down to the wire. And I don't know how they pulled that off in that afterplant setup. That was just by the seat of your pants, basically. Just trying to get through that. Unbelievable. So 9-9. These two teams are going all out here, Mitch. We finally got a game on our hands.
I shouldn't be getting hyped here. I was like, I'm just going to cast some Meisterschaft. Should be fairly relaxed. Should see some one-sided games.
We can talk about spaghetti.
But yeah, now like I go for now it's like I have bipolar. I go from one moment talking about spaghetti to just going off my nuts. So that's what this game is giving us. These bursts of activity in very small spaces of time. Not easy to cast, actually. You really have to be ready to get carried away, but that's me in a nutshell, so no dramas. There's going to be a push towards short in a moment here, but Light and MNL should have it covered.
It's a weird spot. You can't really escape it once you're there.
Oh, peace, Light.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
MNL.
Because they might even drop to CT here, because they've got that smoke down that allows them to do the pop flash and drop, and I think that's what he's expecting. And no one's really watching their push to Sykes. They're like, well, what can we do?
Yeah, if they drop to CT, they're not trying to do a mid to B here. So I mean, if they drop to CT, it'd be quite dangerous for them. They'll be caught out from behind. And okay, then LeiSuRe actually managed to hold on here on this side. Bomb down, and KZY and Kiev have to go and recover this. Yeah,
I really like the way they didn't show that they had the rifles until the last moment that bomb appeared on the site. So they're like, okay, show the pistol, show the pistol. Now they've got 3 rifles to hand. And suddenly got super hard. So Kiev and KZY have to go above and beyond. But for them, it's like, I want to keep this up. I want to make sure we can buy next round. Kiev, how much can you do? You know you're getting pinced. He can sense this.
He's flipping out.
It's like, no, screw. I don't want to play this game. Stop doing that. Don't jump up and shoot. I've seen this before, and it gets me wound up. And oh god, it happens again. Faker finds KZY, and there's Vladdy on towards Kiev.
Yeah, we'll find him there as well. There were 2 players on short for LeiSuRe, just waiting really for their cue when I guess Kiev was otherwise occupied with another player. They were able to make the peek and take him down there as well. So, I mean, Alternate at least get a plant there, which is decent. I mean, they got shut down by, I mean, I think most of the AKs that LeiSuRe managed to get themselves in that round were over at A, so fair shout. But again, I think it was a scout in the mix and a couple of pistols. So, Alternate had the weapon advantage going in, and now, well, that's definitely not going to be the case.
Yeah, this is kind of messed things up here a little bit. It's just kind of thrown on its head. Again, they can buy to 2K if they want to. So you'll get a smoke, P250s, a couple of flashes. That's perfectly fine. You can make something out of that. Maybe just a big B hit, you know what I mean? Or you wouldn't have... there's no other smoke left. Maybe mid to B. Just try and pull the guns in as close as they can so they have a chance to take them away. Those P250s are incredibly deadly that close by, as I'm sure some of you have worked out recently. So yeah, there's definitely a chance that something interesting could come out of this, but we'll have to wait and see, as it is going to be a mid to B hit. They're going ahead of the smoke, which does mean that these boys can have a lovely little shooting gallery. And it's gone about as well as you'd expect.
Yeah. KZY left now, and he will have to meet his fate in a few moments here as well. So, okay, we're seeing LeiSuRe stabilise somewhat, I feel, after this one. I don't know, after that just nuts round from Alternate, of course, with the Deagles, I'm like, this could be the tilt. This could be all that Alternate really need to unravel LeiSuRe, but this is going to be a little bit closer here as well, and especially with Alternate being forced onto a bit of a pistol round here as well. KZY getting jiggy with it, just one for him though.
Na, 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 na. It's like a summer tune, isn't it?
Absolutely. Oh, it's summer right now. It's still warm outside.
It's still warm in here.
But you know what's still cold, Lauren? The beer. Still cold, you know.
I'm so excited about going to bed soon. I think I may even skip going to the bar. It's gotten to that point now. It's just like, no.
You just poured your heart and soul into this.
I have. This is all I have.
Give Lauren your energy, guys. Give her your energy. And maybe if you have some to spare for Alternate, give them some as well. Be great to see them steal this round back and keep this game real nice and tight here. LeiSuRe would like to just quieten it down a bit.
Oh. Yep.
Right.
Oh.
Yep.
No. That's the worst Pingu impression I've ever done, because I do a lot of them. Yeah, so Alternate aTTaX just going for mid control right now. Taking over through B tunnels to ensure they don't push it out early. Slowly building up towards Cat. They can't go too far because they haven't secured anything, but they're going to get some early presence here. But they don't overstep, because as soon as you do, you're going to get spotted, which I think they might have just been. I think that's Crispy just doing the little crouch hop up and down. So you can just get a glimpse. It might show to radar. So it does allow players like MNL to be ready. So he can't crouch at this point. He needs to be very careful. Oh my god. Tizian, you absolute beast. I love that. I freaking love that so much. Okay, that was sick. The counter boost on the box. Oh, man.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive as well. And MNL didn't know what hit him as well. I don't think he even knew where the shots would have came from at that point. He's just like, well, I died, guys. Can't see anything. So now it's going to be towards B. They're going to wrap this one around. There is still a smoke in CT, and Tizian just smacks Faker down there. Light is able to create something from CT. I think there might have been a gap in the smoke or something similar, but Crispy can shut down Syken, and they will have control of this side, although pretty hard fought. KZY, Vladrox just walked straight past KZY there in towards lower dark. Light going to try for some close range stuff, but that's the round we wanted to see. Alternate bring it back, and they're going to get an AWP off of Light's corpse. They just do have some money to work with here, so it's not necessarily going to be an automatic 2 rounds for Alternate, but again, I don't think we even have any tac pauses left to go through, so from here on out, it's an old-fashioned slugfest.
Yeah, definitely is. That kill still makes me grin. Alright, like, that's one way to get back into it, just fucking out Keith. Seems pleased with that. I would be as well, but they found one back, so they're just exchanging things through, but then the molly comes in, then the isolation begins, then you're down to 3, then you have to work back a frag, then you have to work a site. So many more things on that checklist for Alternate here that they still need to work on. Good little shoulder peek out by Crispy, then spot out there is one in pit. How can we isolate the others? Is there any other way we can find where these players are? Where are they sat? What crossfire are they manning here? I'm going to try and find out pretty darn soon. Tizian's going to take a mad dash through the double doors and just going to go hell for leather towards, I believe that is still Light there. I'll tell a lie, it is Faker. So Faker's going to be the one to be having to receive this.
Oh, he's going to bite back, though, with a Molotov as well. Day 3, Molotov still burning. Still can't go forwards. It's spreading now. I can't see anything. I'm hungry. There's another Molotov. There's a gap in the smoke, though, at least, but that could also be as much of a bait as anything else. But last round, Light actually got a frag just through that gap in the smoke. So, yeah, I'm not really sold on it. KZY bursts forward, and Light, for whatever reason, he got himself up there. He wasn't in a position actually to fire into towards CT. Might be an A-switch here as well, and Light pressured. No armor for the man who's going to get shut down. Crispy is going to send him packing now.
He's not planting safe for short.
Oh, Vladrox. KZY's going to come back now as well, and Vladrox is just going to peace out.
I don't know the logic on that one. I really don't.
He was planning for long, but he wasn't thinking about short for whatever reason. KZY was supposed to be the guy at long. Oh, that's not good.
Oh, stop peeking! What are you doing? Where did you think they were? Alright, so they're going to go recover the AWP. Seconds on the mission. And the defuse begins. The retake works out in the end for LeiSuRe. So, 12 to 10. Mitch, if I have a little nap on the desk, would you be mildly offended?
No.
No, really. Cool, thank you. This game's exciting, but in that break, if it does go to a third map, might need a nap time.
Yeah, well, it's going late for the plays as well. It's going to be like 1 or something. Man, can you imagine being out in the middle of Duisburg at this time of night? No, thank you.
I think it's a little bit creepy out there. It's like in an old factory.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It's like a horror movie leaving. It's like, just finish fast, guys. Just rush to the damn side. I hate it.
Let's just leave the lights up till tomorrow, guys, and then everyone go. All right, so Alternate with 4 players now in towards tunnels. It's Faker with a bit of an aggressive position here. I mean, he's just shoulder picking it as well, seeing if there's a hail of bullets come over his right ear, then he'll know exactly, probably have a decent idea of how many people are there, or if there's anyone there at all. But to sneak in towards mid, smoke, looks like the standard mid to be. KZY is going to duck back, head up the bomb, and actually bolster things coming through mid-tunnels. Tizian wants to get aggressive, but now Faker and Light are going to get aggressive on their side of things. Keep, great little early peek, but he still gets caught out regardless. It was Light that was actually ready to take the shot, but now up B ramp have pushed Tizian and Stefan, but this is great for LeiSuRe. They can sit back, smoke it out, hold on to the bomb, and wait for the rest of their 5-man team still to come back towards B.
That used to be the perfect counter that the French began towards that B take. As soon as the mid to Bs became popular, they fashioned that beautiful play through the B tunnels, but Stefan isn't going down without a fight. Now, Light's pretty low. Faker's not sitting perfect in this, but Tizian doesn't have a proper gun. Sure, the Tech 9's a bit deadly, but it's certainly not what you want at this point. I think Tizian needs to fake the shoulder peek here and get the timing right. Oh, the flash has ruined it. It just sets up Stefan for the fall, and there you go. The rifle's recovered, but not at the time he would need. 3 players down, 6 HP, 35 seconds, and I think it's time to leave.
And no bomb, yeah. Can you live for 30 seconds? Probably not. He probably gets pushed eventually here as well. Yeah, rough stuff there for Alternate. This is LeiSuRe now getting a little bit closer to taking it to a third map.
The molly. The molly.
See, buddy. Well, I guess it reduces the cleaning fee somewhat.
It's true. 13 to 10.
I think at this stage as well. No, I mean, yeah, with Alternate having lost that round as well, we saw the investment they made for it getting shut down. I mean, LeiSuRe responded really, really well to that mid to be. Like you said, that aggression straight down tunnels, not only did they know to do that, but they also managed to get like 2 frags off of it or something. Nuts. Just perfect. You pretty much won the round just with that push there as well. So great decision making. And sometimes when you're being pushed, sometimes it's actually hard to react with, okay, I need to get aggressive too. Sometimes I guess the more immediate reaction is to go run away or hide or stay alive. But it's good to see that. A little bit of aggression. Light just embodies the term aggression, I feel like, sometimes as well. Getting pretty far forward up there on towards short, and MNL manages to get on towards... Too good. I mean, Crispy drops down now as well. MNL just sitting up in that window, and Alternate are running out of options here as well, especially with the limited arsenal they're bringing into this one.
Yeah, this is getting a little worrying. But he's able to tap away. So they're keeping it in check. It's got a little bit too close then for Comfort. Oh, the run boost. That's nuts.
Jeez.
And they're going to get a plant for it.
That's so sick,
that's
dude.
so freaking sick. Okay. Alternate, you may not win the round, I don't care, but you just made that way closer and actually got a bomb plant for it and got yourself money just off the run boost to negate the peak from Vladdy.
And where was Vladdy saying? He was that long, wasn't he? Yeah. Oh, man. That's the good stuff, that is. Unfortunately, it's going to end in much the way the round started here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Alternate had force next round. Really, just they got to nail it. They got to knock it out the park, and they got to keep going. They can't stop from here now. This is their last chance, really, Lauren. With how little money they have, the bomb plant has helped in a big way. It's going to allow them to buy everything they need in this particular round, including an AWP and full armor here for Kyiv. But after this, there's no going back. There's no second chances.
Yeah. Then we just look at map 3 with weary eyes, but for them, it's an opportunity of redemption coming in for LeiSuRe.
It's a cobble, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. I'll double check during the break. But yeah, I think it is. You can see the hesitation crossing in mid. None of them want to do it. And you can see this is a boost. So Kyiv can actually peek this. Oh, hello.
From short as well. No one was watching
nice.
short at all. That's going to make life really hard for you from here on out.
Yeah, that's got to suck. Oh, bless him. That's not fun. It was like, let's try this innovative little boost we thought of, and it's just like, no. No, that's why no one else thought of it. All right, so KZY's now on the AWP. You might as well try and use it at this point. Light's still going to lock down short as well, so he's going to be watching the closer cap push pretty much. And he's just going to be playing that well. He can always just fade away in towards CT if he needs and just adjust through. While this happens, they're kind of reinforcing towards long. B still kind of keeping watch of what could be coming mid to B. And aTTaX really running out of steam here after their first map was just so intense, so quick for them, so easy. This just looks like such a strenuous task.
Yeah, I mean, playing this one so slowly, they've got 49 seconds left, and they've already lost Kyiv as well. KZY's had no choice but to try and pick up the AWP, do something with it. Second shot does connect, actually. MNL goes very, very low there. It was a leg tag. Enough. You know what? They don't have a smoke left for this mid to B after that one. So if they let that one just expire, they... Yeah. Oh, sorry, no, I'm looking at the wrong side. We Gucci. LeiSuRe doesn't need him there as well. KZY takes a lot of damage there as well when Light just pins him to the wall, makes an ornament out of the man. It's just one after another. Light now starting to set them up and knock them on down. Tizian on a fool's mission, a crazy mission on towards short. The spray is real. Unfortunately, LeiSuRe are going to go to map point.
And like lovers, they are left upon the stairs.
Wow, this late night's really bringing out your dark side, Lauren. The lovers are left on the stairs.
Yeah.
So tragic.
Yeah, I think it was just like the edgy music I was listening to, having a little cry on the way back on the plane, you know what I mean?
I miss you, Belly.
I need to see more man buns and sandals. Fixie bikes. Where
And
are
car
those
to goes.
Alright, 15 to 10. LeiSuRe on the verge of turning this one back around into their favor. It's something that I certainly didn't expect to see, and well, let's see if Alternate are going to stick to that storyline, Mitch. Because at the moment, they're going to have to fight hard for it, but they do have a step towards a site at least, which is a good start in this.
That's what they're going to need here as well. Keep at least able to get the bomb plant down now. Well, they're forced into this one, but still, just the one Galil, and Eve even has some little extra cash to try that. Fortunately, I don't really know if that's where he wanted it to be. Might have wanted it over the top there. Either way, it's going to stop anyone pushing up in towards the window for now. And time's ticking down. There's kits for everyone on LeiSuRe, though. They've been able to buy up absolutely everything, but Stefan actually managed to take down Vladarox, but he's traded out by MNL pretty much instantly now. And MNL's doing some serious work for the tunnels. He could be the one-man army, but no, Kiev shuts him down. Faker, though, responds, and it's a 1v2. There's an AWP up for Light. KZY has to work from the tunnels and try and stop a potential defuse here. He's going to hang on just. No time for Light. He can't get the defuse at all. And aTTaX are going to keep themselves in the round, despite KZY falling. They still get that one round.
Ooh,
Still don't have much money.
Yeah, they could have done with keeping some of those rifles up, but okay. 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 And so it begins again. They have a couple rounds to throw around with. Try and make a stick. And so far it's not gone well for them, let's be honest, if you look at the grand scheme of things here. And Light's been a man at the helm of their demise throughout this half. And he might just get that opportunity again.
An early peek towards long for him is not going to yield too much, but Vladarox will be dropped off at the pool and left there as well. Flashed out completely, though, in that case. He still gets the kill against Crispy. I don't know, man. Something about this guy. Flashes just don't seem to work, but Light will be on the corner as well. Flash ain't going to help you when Light is sat so far away as well, so just the corner protecting him from that one. Back and forth, stuffy, but Light, nah, this is not looking good. LeiSuRe look like they're going to finish the game here. Tizian again, left on his own, and Light will finish him off there. A strong performance, a big improvement from Light over the course of the map. The second half, we really thought would be tied up there for Alternate. They were looking a lot stronger, but it's map 3 time, ladies and gentlemen. We do have a game on our hands. It's going to be a late night for us and for you guys watching, but hey, at least you're not stuck in the middle of Duisburg at 1 AM. That's all I'm going to say. But again, let's talk about LeiSuRe and their comeback there. They started really strong. Then they were getting wrecked. They were starting to maybe lose their cool a little bit.
Yep.
In half-time, they could talk tactics as much as they want. They didn't need a pause. Definitely seems to have helped them. But again, I don't think that T side as well for aTTaX wasn't strong enough to justify being happy with losing 8 rounds in a row on CT side. You know?
100%. And looking at it, Train is the last deciding map. So going to be a fun one, I can imagine, between these two. I don't know what to make. That Dust 2 game is tilting. That's tilt-worthy. If you're aTTaX, you're meant to come into this as quite a heavy favored team and then kind of lose all the presence that you previously had. Going to be pretty tough now to recover.
Absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we need to recover a little bit too before the last map, and probably so does old mate Henning down the front there as well, keeping the show going.
Shout out to producer Henning.
Yeah, what a lad he is. He was also a Liverpool fan as well. So
that's a shame.
That's pretty darn good, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. Anyway, guys, we'll go to a break. When we return, it will be the last map of this grand final. It's going all the way, guys. Hopefully you join us for it.